Go yellow and orange belts. It is Monday, October 19th. I think it's October 19th. Pretty sure it's October 19th. It's Monday. It's Monday. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Just a couple quick reminders before we get started today. Make sure you guys do your warm-ups as always. Also, want to remind you guys that this week we are welcoming the Leading Edge parents and families back to Leading Edge. However, you must, I repeat, you must read the email I sent out explaining all the details about welcoming you back and what your requirements are. Real quick, only one parent or one family member per Leading Edge family. I don't care if there's 3 kids here, that's one family member. Number 2, you must wear a mask. Number 3, and when I say wear a mask, you must wear it properly over your nose. It cannot be down below your nose. You must get a temperature taken at the front door when you come in. There will be no food or drink whatsoever, because in order for you to have food or drink, you have to take the mask off to be able to do it. So there's no food or drink. You're going to take a seat in the chair, and you're not going to leave the chair, because we don't want you touching surfaces and more things that we have to clean and disinfect. And finally, we're sorry to say, but we're not going to welcome grandparents back yet. There's nobody over the age of 65. We don't want anybody that's a high risk right now inside the school. And no siblings. No siblings. Okay? No siblings out in the lobby. We're sticking to the one family member per family unit. Okay? And that's it. And then if you guys can follow all that, we're going to be happy to see you guys. All right? So getting back to work, guys. Today, or this week, is self-defense week and weapons training. So we're going to work on self-defenses and nunchucks today. We're going to start today with yellow belt self-defense number 1. Senpai, why don't you start on this side here? Move this way. Okay, so this is a single lapel grab. I'm grabbing on a Senpai Bailey right here. His left hand's going to come up. He's going to put his thumb in the back of my hand. His fingers go into the wrist. He's going to kick to the groin, which makes me loosen my grip. He's going to bring his other thumb up. He's going to put his thumbs next to each other. His middle fingers are in the wrist, and he's going to bend my wrist. Good. From here, he's going to step back with his left leg, and he's going to twist to the left, taking me to the ground, just like so. Then he's going to put his knee in my shoulder. He still has his thumb in the back of my hand. He's going to punch in ki. Okay, watch again. We have to make sure we break fall as we go to the floor. We've talked about that in numerous classes now. So I'm grabbing with my right. His left hand comes up, slower so they can see, please. His left hand comes up, he puts his thumb right in the back of the hand. Okay, right in the back of the hand, like it's the X button on a game controller. Okay, fingers go into the wrist. He kicks to the groin, that makes me let go of his shirt, and he peels my hand off. And he brings his other thumb up. Now he has what we call a butterfly grip, okay? His 2 thumbs are in the middle of the back of my hand, okay? You can see the wings of the butterfly, it's super pretty, just like that, okay? From here, he's gonna use his thumbs to create leverage, and his fingers across my wrist are, listen to this, young guys, a fulcrum. Look up that word, fulcrum, F-U-L-C-R-U-M. So his thumbs cause the pressure, fingers are the fulcrum. He steps back with his left leg, keeps this. He goes very slow as not to break my wrist. Twist, knee in the shoulder to pin me down so I can't get back up, and punch the head to finish me off. One more time. Thumb, kick. We want the fingers in the wrist, peel the hand off. Bring your other thumb up. Again, we have our butterfly grip. We're in the wrist. We're below the big knuckle here, but we're not down on the wrist because you have no leverage there. He pushes, steps back, slowly rotates my wrist to the ground. Knee in the shoulder, punch and ki. That's yellow belt self-defense number 1. Orange belt self-defense number 1. This is a 1-arm choke. I'm behind Senpai Bailey here, around his throat, and I pull him off balance like so. Okay, so I'm around his throat here, elbows here. He's going to slide his fingers in, okay, and he's going to make sure he's giving himself some time to breathe. Now, some of the principles that we have to think about during this move is that he's going to be a little off balance here. So as I reach around his neck and pull back, he's off balance. Now his fingers go in, and he pulls down so he can breathe. The danger here is anytime his shoulders are behind his hips, he's off balance, he's in trouble. So from here, he's going to step back with his right leg behind my leg, and he's going to stick his butt out over here. Boom. Now what you can't maybe see in this on the TV is that I'm now off balance. My shoulders are behind my hips. Okay, so let's turn it forward. Notice my attack. I'm sideways. Okay, I'm mugging him, not hugging him. Okay, so he grabs, steps behind my leg, sticks out his butt, boom. Now I'm the one off balance. He takes a baby step with his left leg, bends over, I fall, punching ki, good. Again. Fingers in, step behind the leg, stick out the butt, bend over, punch ki.
Kia.
Again. Take your time. It's very important that you're off balancing the opponent. He's off balance. Grab so you can breathe. Tuck that right leg behind their leg. Stick your butt out to the side, not into him. Now you see his balance is back and I'm off balance. Now he just bends over, bends his knees at the end so he doesn't fall with me. Punch and ki. Okay. That's self-defense. Excuse me. All right. That's self-defense number 1 for the week or for the day. Make sure you pause it. Get lots of reps in. Be careful with your partner. Come back when you're done. All right, today I want to talk about our keyword. Our keyword is respect. Respect. There are 2 types of respect. One is the respect of somebody who's earned it. Everybody likes to say respect is earned, not given. Well, it's only partially true. Respect can be earned. For example, you respect the accomplishments of somebody. Maybe it's a family member that you know has had to work hard to overcome an obstacle, and you have respect for what they've accomplished. Or maybe it's a person that you know that has worked really hard to build their own business from scratch. Okay, and they went through tough times, but they never gave up, and they still succeeded. And they've earned your respect for that. Okay, it's an admiration. Maybe it's a student in school that you know works really, really hard, gets good grades, is the class president. They've worked hard for everything that they've gotten, and they've earned your admiration, your respect. Maybe it's a pro athlete that maybe has worked hard and accomplished the ultimate goal of becoming a pro athlete, but they've remained humble and they've been smart and they've carried themselves well, and you just respect everything that they've done in the world because of all the hard work they put in to get to where they are. That's the type of respect that's earned. It's an earned admiration. But there's also a different kind of respect. A respect that should be automatic. The respect should be automatic as a birthright of all of us as human beings, fellow human beings that walk the earth together. And that respect is a regard. A regard. You have regards for other people as human beings. You respect them as human beings. You respect their opinions. You respect their traditions. You respect their cultures. You respect their thoughts. You respect them because they're human beings. That's the kind of respect that's not earned. That should simply be given to every fellow human being that walks the earth. It's respect that, hey, you don't necessarily agree with what they're doing. You don't necessarily agree with their opinions. You don't necessarily agree with their thoughts, but you still respect them because they're human beings. And we all are entitled to our opinions, our thoughts, our traditions, our cultures. So there's 2 distinct types of respect that we're talking about today. Now there's a 3rd type of respect we'll talk about another time. That's self-respect. And we'll get to that in another class. But right now we're talking about the respect for others. The respect that is earned and earns admiration. And there's a respect that's regarded. It's given. It's automatic because they're human beings. Okay? So we want to make sure that we are recognizing those respects. All right. Today we're going to have a little fun. So everybody grab your nunchucks. Hopefully you have your nunchucks yet. If you don't have your nunchucks yet and you're yellow-orange belt, you need to email senseicj@leadingedgema.com. That's senseicj@leadingedgema.com and see what you have to do, see what he has in inventory, and see what you have to do to get your nunchucks ordered, okay? I highly recommend, guys, whenever you train with nunchucks, we train with, stop. If you're doing that, they're not listening to me. You want to make sure that you have headgear on so that you're not hitting yourself in the head. Now, your nunchucks that you get as a student are going to be rubber nunchucks. So again, you don't hit yourself and cause too much damage. Nunchucks are dangerous, just a little warning. What's that?
So you can tell he said his head.
Yes, just a couple million times. Okay, so just a little reminder for you guys. These are training tools. You cannot keep these in your car. They cannot go to school. They cannot go to your friend's house. In fact, if you were driving and you got pulled over and you had nunchucks kind of tucked into the side of your seat there because you want them there just in case you need them to defend yourself, a police officer has the right to cite you for having an illegal weapon. It's illegal not to train with. It's illegal to carry for self-defense purposes. So these are training tools, not self-defense tools, all right? That being said, for the kids out there, make sure you ask mom and dad where there's a safe space that you can do your nunchuck training that you're not going to break any lamps or valuables. All right. When we hold our nunchuck, we're going to hold it near the top, right here. If you watch a Bruce Lee movie, he holds the nunchucks down here. I don't personally like him. Don't get me wrong. Bruce Lee is a better martial artist than I could ever dream of being. However, if you hold your nunchucks here and your hands get sweaty, the nunchucks tend to fly all over the place and you lose them. Additionally, it's a little harder to control them. So we're going to slide our hand up here where we have a little bit more control, near the center, okay? We're going to keep this hand in the center of our body to protect us in case that nunchuck gets a little wild and hits us. So from here, we're going to start with some nice simple twirls like this, okay? Now, if you notice, everything that we do with this nunchuck is mainly going to be done with our wrist. So I'm not swinging my whole arm around here on the side. I have this nice, easy twirl, and it's on the side of my body, not in front of my body. It's not a propeller, okay? It's going to be to the side of my body. Right now, I'm twirling it backwards. And I'm going to show you a bunch of moves here, guys, and you can pause the video and take as much time to work on the individual techniques as you want, okay? You can go backwards, and we can go forward with it. See how we're twirling it forward now? So you have reverse twirls, and you have forward twirls, okay? And we can do this with both our left and our right. We want to be ambidextrous, okay? So again, I got it on my left, I put my right hand in front of my body, and I can practice twirling backwards and twirling forward. Now we're only going to demonstrate these moves a few times, and you guys can pause the video to work on them. Work on them as much as you want. Twirling back and twirling forward. Okay, back and forward. Just like so. All right, good. The next drill that we're going to give you, this one's a little bit more challenging, okay? This one's going to be a forward strike. So I'm going to hold my nunchuck out like this in front of me. I'm going to take the loose dangly end and I'm going to stick it under the armpit on the same side, under my stinky armpit right there. I'm not putting it across the opposite arm. It's right on the same side right here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a very simple strike. It's going to be a forward strike. It looks like this. Let's back up just a little bit, Senpai Bailey. It comes straight out, straight back. Now, I'm not dropping a nunchuck and then flipping a nunchuck. I'm making a punching action which pulls the weapon out and up over the top. You can try to slow this down at home if you want, but I'm just making a punching motion. I'm punching kind of up in the air and letting the nunchuck come back in a rotational motion under my armpit. Okay, so I'm punching towards you. Punching towards you. Don't drop it and then flip it. Punching towards. Punching towards. Okay, and we do that with both our right and our left, like so. Gotta practice it, man. Gotta be ambidextrous. Ambidextrous. If you don't know what that is, that's another word you can look up. You have fulcrum, you have ambidextrous. Okay, the last drill for today, guys. Please don't show them anything else there, stuff like that. Okay, then these little guys will get eager and they'll start trying to copy off of you instead of what we're trying to teach them. All right, the last one for today, this is called a figure eight. The figure eight looks like a number 8, but it's laying on its side. So it looks a little bit more like the infinity symbol. Okay, like so. Or like you're making a big letter X in the sky, just like this. When we do this type of technique called a figure eight was used to keep an opponent away from you. If Senpai Bailey was trying to walk towards me and I was doing this, he doesn't want to come any closer. Okay? So we're doing this nice little figure eight. Now, if you notice, the nunchuck comes up on the outside and down in the middle. Now, what I'm going to show you here, I'm going to come a little closer. I want you to watch my wrist here. When I'm coming across here, I'm going to be palm down, palm up. See how my wrist rolls, and my thumb actually leads the direction that the nunchuck is going. Palm up, palm down, palm up, palm down, palm up, palm down, palm up. See how my wrist is rolling there. Some of you guys will try to do it with your wrist straight. It's a lot harder. You're going to roll that wrist. Roll that wrist. Okay, so you have your figure eights on your left and your right. Again, it's important to be ambidextrous. That means able to use both your left and your right. Okay, so for review, guys, you have 3 different skill sets to work today with your nunchucks. Okay, from here you have your simple twirling. You can twirl backwards, and you can twirl forward. Everything we're doing, both righty and lefty. We have our forward strikes. We start under our armpit, striking straight out, striking straight out. Okay, and then we have our figure eights. Make sure we're rolling that wrist, rolling that wrist, rolling that wrist. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's training. Keep up the good work. Thanks for being Lima Strong. We'll see you online, and we'll see you on the mat, and maybe we'll see you in the lobby. Whoos.